Hey everybody, this is William from the Godzilla Files coming at you today with a new figure review, and today we're going to be looking at the 10-inch Gigan from Trendmaster. So let me get this right out of the way. Trendmaster is one of my favorite series of Godzilla figures. Growing up, these were the figures that I had. I didn't have Bandai or anything else, so these figures definitely have a strong nostalgia for me. And this 10-inch Gigan is something that I've wanted for quite some time. I haven't pulled the trigger on it, mostly due to the fact that he was always really expensive on eBay. Now we know eBay and its prices can sometimes be ridiculous, and this is one of these cases. I was never going to spend that type of money on a Trendmaster Gigan. So when I actually found him in one of my Facebook groups, I jumped on him real quick. Now, some of the features with this figure don't work, so I'm going to jump onto those real quick. His eyes here are supposed to light up. They don't. At the end of the day, this figure, I'm not sure if it's broken or, I need to put in new batteries, but I haven't been able to actually get the batteries in because you actually have to go in the back here and unscrew it, and I just haven't been able to do it. It does not want to come out. Also, I do believe he is supposed to roar. Again, because of the batteries, he does not do that, which is kind of sad, but I actually have a figure of Gigan from Trendmaster that already roars, which I'll bring out in just a little bit. So the 10-inch Gigan here is actually just a larger version of the Trendmaster Gigan that we're used to seeing, which I do have, so I want to bring him out now. And this is him. This is the 6-inch or 5-inch figure. This guy is in great condition, mostly just due to the fact that I got him for my little brother and sister. But you can kind of see when you compare the two, they're pretty much the same figure, almost even the same kind of pose and everything else like that. These Trendmaster figures were never meant to be screen accurate, so they're not like an X Plus figure. They do take some liberties, but I have to say I really do like their Gigan. I always felt that their Gigan was a great representation of him. He looks like Gigan even if he might be a little different. And so some of the things with this figure are, right here, his scales. These definitely look more golden than they should have. The blue here, he never had the blue, but believe it or not, I actually do like it because it actually kind of makes everything pop a little bit. That's the one thing about this Trendmaster figure. Everything pops. His claws, I'm sure if his eyes still lit up, those would look really good, but I can understand why people don't like these figures as much as other figures. So as I was saying before, this figure is supposed to roar. Now, because of the battery situation, he does not. But I actually have an old Gigan toy that actually does roar still, so I'm going to bring him out so you can actually hear what he is supposed to sound like. And here we go. So first off, I can't believe this still works because this is the one that I had when I was a kid. As you can kind of tell, it sounds like Gigan to some extent. I'm assuming that is what he would have sounded like. So overall, this is a great figure. One complaint that I do have is that he cannot stand on his own. So as you can kind of see, he's kind of standing up right now, but when I kind of take my hands away, he falls. Not that great, and I think part of the problem is that they brought his tail too high up. So he should have the tail should have kind of been lower so he could stand up straight and kind of lean on it, but for some reason they didn't do that. With the other figure here, he does that. So I'm not sure, why they didn't go with that way. So if you're expecting him to stand up, you're going to need to prop him up in the collection. So besides that little issue, this would have been a great toy to have when I was a kid. Now with that being said, I definitely want to do some comparison shots of him and my X Plus Gigan. So let me go grab that guy. Alright, and here we are. Besides the height, there's obviously some major differences. One, the X Plus figure is supposed to be screen accurate, and it definitely is. But you can kind of see here that these Gigans do appear similar, and mostly in design. Yes, the coloring is off and everything like that, but as I was saying before, this Trendmaster, this is supposed to be Gigan, without a doubt. Both look great in their own ways. Obviously, I think X Plus is always going to be the way to go, but if you're a fan of the Trendmaster series, this Gigan is definitely worth hunting down if you can find him for a reasonable price. Alright everybody, I hope you enjoyed this look at Gigan, and let me know in the comments below if you guys had any Trendmaster figures and what were some of your favorites. So as always, I will talk to everybody later.